I do need another sip of wine. It's been a long day. So, Captain Heath and Captain Rich, how we doing? Arr. So, where are we?
We're at the Pirate House in Savannah, Georgia.
Very apropos of what we're going to be doing. So, I alluded the last time I teased this, Heath. I teased this to everybody about what we're going to be doing, something very interesting in my next video. And so here we are in Savannah, Georgia. What do we got going on? What did you rope me into?
So tomorrow, we depart on the Spirit of South Carolina for our first tall ship voyage. Back to Charleston.
Rich, do you have any experience?
Not necessarily in that field.
Heath, do you have any experience?
None whatsoever.
I have very little experience as well. Maybe just on Hobie Cats and a couple other smaller boats. So, the three of us idiots are going to be on the Spirit of South Carolina, which is a 100-foot schooner, 88 on the waterline, right?
About.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked that up. And we're going to be pointing that thing north up to Charleston. Now, just so everybody knows, we actually have other crew on board that know what that big pole, it's a schooner, so there's actually two poles in the middle actually do. We flew one guy in from Ohio?
He came from Ohio.
He came from Ohio.
Captain Andy.
Captain Andy, so he's done tall ships before. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be our tall ship captain, and the three of us idiots, I'll man the engine room. Why are you walking away from this? You've gotten me into this. So, I think the ship is a lot better than what you had told me it was going to be.
Well, I'm glad you think that. I'm glad that, now answer that again when we finally get to Charleston. We'll see how the trip goes.
So, this is Sunday night. We're leaving tomorrow morning. Now, on a normal passage, where would we be staying this evening?
On the boat.
On the boat. Heath, where are we staying this evening?
In Hilton.
So we've got ourselves a couple hotel rooms, so we only have to stay the night on deck on the boat.
I brought my sleeping bag.
My sleeping bag and my Eno.
I bought a sleeping bag and a hammock.
And you have a hammock to string between the two sticks on the deck.
Which is, I assume, what they're for. So our plan, we spent all day on the boat today. We came in from Charleston. We left fairly early this morning and got down here. Spent all day on the boat, acclimating ourselves to it and just checking engines and everything else. And everything seems to be in pretty decent shape.
Everything's in good order.
We bought a crash pump.
We brought an extra life raft.
Bought an extra life raft. There's two
bunch of flares.
Yep.
I think we got 4 or 5 EPIRBs
At least 4 or 5 EPIRBs.
Yep.
My spot device, your spot device. I've got my Garmin watch, my VHF radio, which has GPS tracking on it.
My Garmin InReach.
Garmin InReach. So I think we're pretty good.
EPIRB.
The boat's EPIRB.
2 life rafts of 18 people a person.
Vikings.
Plus our life raft.
And the tender.
And the tender.
Which we got fired up today. So I think we're in pretty good shape.
One way or another, our asses are getting back to land.
Absolutely. I think that we can make this happen. So tomorrow we push off the dock at
0800.
800 or 900?
8:30.
8 is when we're gonna.
8:30. We're mustering. We will
Mustering
muster
at
at 8.
We have a lot of
We
have a lot of old school. So we also have a couple of volunteers on board.
So we have volunteers on board
that are
love the tradition of tall ship, which I think is going to be fun. I mean, we're going to learn something new.
We're going to hoist a sail tomorrow.
We are.
We're going to do a mainsail,
But first,
which is close to the forecastle.
we have a thingy wrapped around the pole. That somebody's got to go up the ladder to the top and undo, which I'm not doing.
I mean, if we do have a lady volunteer on board, so if she doesn't do it, I'll run up the mast or the whatever and take care of that. I'm used to doing that, so we'll take care of that. So we're leaving at 8.
How are you used to that? You're 3.5 feet tall. How are you used to these heights?
I've done a lot of things in my life.
Okay.
I've climbed masts before. I've gone up and I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. I don't know why which is why I'm here on this trip. So.
I know when I get a bad one. I know I can call it.
It's gonna happen. So, Rich, what do you think? What do you think's gonna happen tomorrow?
We're all going to become seamen with the next 24 hours. How about that?
So we weren't seamen before, but now we're gonna
We're
be.
going to be seamen.
Our bubble's gonna be popped, and we're gonna hoist a mainsail on a tall ship, and we're gonna be. I think this is gonna change our lives. I think that we're just gonna give up. We were talking earlier about the $10,000 Stid chair and the ACs and the galleys and all of our amenities that we've had. This is really roughing
You're
it.
gonna give it all up, and you're gonna go. You're gonna go to one shower every 2 weeks, and you're gonna go tall ship altogether. I can see it now.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. Rich is almost there because of the beard. So, 8, 9 o'clock, we're gonna pull off the dock tomorrow. We're gonna do a bunch of videos.
We've got 105 nautical miles dock to dock. With
5 knots.
5.5 knots is our estimated cruise speed.
So I think we can do it.
We'll be there at sunrise tomorrow. We got a beautiful moon.
Yeah, we have almost a full moon, so that's gonna be really cool. I don't think we're gonna have the sails up overnight, and we've got to talk about how we're gonna do watches overnight. But I think there's enough people during the day to maintain the boat, and there's no. It's
And
all
let us sleep in our hammocks.
exactly.
While everybody else drives the boat.
I think so. So this is gonna be fun. This is the adventure that Heath's got me into, and so tomorrow we'll start a couple more videos and see what happens when we. Are you gonna pull it off the dock?
We'll see what happens.
All right, so I'm gonna videotape that. If Heath's pulling it off the dock, I got a tripod. We're gonna set up the tripod. We'll have him pull it off the dock and see what happens.
All right.
All right. Until tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We're gonna muster.
Muster.
8 o'clock. All right. Just about underway. We're dewatering the boat right now. I got the bilge pumps going. See, Towboat US is here just to help us off if we need it. And we're hauling lines right now, so we'll see what happens. Andy, say hello, by the way. We do a YouTube page, and Heath and I are mostly power captains.
Yeah,
so
right.
there's not too many people that believe that we're actually doing this right now. So
It's real. It's happening.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody.
we're on a tall ship, and Andy's here. We're doing the engine work. Andy's going to help us fly some sails here today. So I think it's going to be a good
It's
day.
going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Any day under sail's a great day.
What's the weather? You check the weather?
Perfect. It's going to be coming out of the northwest.
Typical sailor. Perfect. Let's go.
There's no bad weather, just bad clothes, right?
What do you think this boat will do with sails up, speed-wise?
So we don't have the mainsail on.
Okay.
So like it'll probably do like 4 if we're lucky. If we had 12, 15 knots with the foresail and the staysail, and we'll see about the tipping because it's going to be unbalanced.
What's the foresail and the staysail?
So if you look,
Come on.
well,
We're heading out of the harbor.
the
Educate
one
us.
that would be right here is the main, right?
Oh,
But-
so right here in front of us is the main.
yeah, the
Okay.
tall mast is the main mast.
Yep.
Can we come to Portmore?
Coming right now.
Okay. Then the foresail is the first sail that you see on the boom.
Okay.
With the gap sitting on top of it. So
Yep.
the boom is the big stick on the bottom, the gap's the big stick
I
on the
did
top.
know that.
All right. And then the staysail is just forward
Forward of that.
foremast. It's got a club or it's got its own boom. Like it's like a headsail. It is a headsail, but it's got a club or a boom on it. And
Okay.
then in front of that is a jib. So the
Got it.
jib doesn't have a boom. It's just it tacks from side to side. You gotta pull it around.
Got
But if
it.
you run the foresail and the staysail, that should balance us. Putting the jib out is so far forward. We don't have anything back here
Here to balance.
to balance, so it may it would have to be perfect wind, like a lot of wind, to move it without the mainsail. We'll see if we end up
So full sails. What would a boat do? What would this boat do full sails?
That's what I'm thinking. 6-7 knots.
6-7 knots. And that's with what, a good 10 to 15 knot wind, or?
Yeah. After 15 to 20, you want to reef. So pull the sails down and make them smaller, because basically all that extra wind is doing is just leaning you over more.
It's
and
not
you're not
giving
going
you
any faster
propulsion.
because you get the hull speed, and then you reef it and you can go that same speed more comfortably.
From a nautical point, what is hull speed on a boat like this? 8 knots?
You're probably around 7.
7.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Do you know the technical?
That's a great fishing speed.
No, the exact.
It's 1.13 the square root of the water line, I believe.
Yeah. Doesn't have anything to do with anything underneath that.
The keel? No, it's just the theoretical hull speed.
Okay, gotcha. 1.13 times the square root
divided
of the
by the
water
square
line.
root of the water
I like
line.
those kind of numbers. It's fun.
Something you can do in your head.
Yeah, right. Just give me a minute.
I believe from doing naval architecture, I do remember. They think that is, but I have ADHD and I'm a deadhead, so I've forgotten a lot of stuff in my life.
How the
So,
barnacles play into that?
well, that's true. The hull's got to be clean. That's called drag. That's the coefficient of drag. So, the boat's been clean. The bottom is done. Right,
yeah.
we have a new bottom. We've got some new planks on board the boat. So, speaking of which, we're still dewatering the same bilge. I feel good about this.
Are you sure that's not coming out of the sea straining? We're dewatering the bay.
True.
I worried about that the other day. So, are you on the leftmost bilge? Yes. Okay, that's the salon bilge, which is the water.
Okay.
That's a lot of water.
The other day, I had to dewater it for quite some time.
When was that?
What is the rate of it? 1,000 gallons. I mean, it's still going.
Oh yeah.
Unless there's a valve in
As you guys can see, I've been dewatering one bilge for easily a half an hour, 40 minutes, and it's been pumping like that ever since.
Is this green
That's
up here?
Thunderbolt.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Right there, that's where we just left.
No,
The moon is up, so again, we're hoping for a really, really nice night
when we get off
tonight.
shore. Okay. So did you look at the chart?
It stays real shallow. Way around a bunch of
Yeah, so we'll turn to south. We'll come out on a deep channel.
South, everything's
and then there's a big shoal right in front of you, and you turn hard to starboard, and then you dogleg back up. That's what he's. I'm not worried about any of this stuff. This stuff is good.
Okay.
But when you're out there and all of a sudden you're fighting a little sea conditions as well, you don't want to be second guessing. We've already learned this thing doesn't back off real quick.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight. Yeah,
You looked at my charts last night?
Yeah, that's
I'm glad somebody used them.
I studied.
What are those paper things with all that stuff on it?
Is that like wrapping paper?
We studied before we.
I know
last
it's
time
wallpaper.
We were here- last time Rich and I were here, we studied the charts pretty carefully. At the restaurant we went out to, they had a placement.
That's a good one. The one that says not for
over
use
a
for
color.
navigation. You can do tic-tac-toe or the dots game.
Yes, they had a mermaid.
Heath, you want to go to port a little bit?
You
They
guys.
said coming forward.
We've got our green over.
I'm on Towboat's exact little.
Doing exactly what he does.
Yo.
Like, the line you lay down.
He turned right at this red.
Just keep in mind we're getting set.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 22 feet.
What's that?
22 feet.
It's keeping me off this shoal on the head.
Yeah. I was looking at that on the satellite. You can see it.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's a big shoal.
And then I'm coming around that next back to the right on the starboard side.
Yeah, right where you go down to. So my favorite little marina in the world is right down here, Skidaway.
Yeah.
It's called Isle of Hope. Nice little quiet marina. I love the back. It's quiet right now. I mean, a month ago, it was filled with 150 to 200 boats, and there wasn't dock space left.
tell us what we're doing right now.
We're sailing.
Are we though?
I'm a seaman.
Are we sailing?
Yes. Without sails. Motoring. I guess this would be yachting technically.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, technically we're holding position
Holding position, waiting on the insurance company to give us the okay.
to go offshore. So we pulled off the dock without a problem. That was actually quite nice. Nice little run down the river. I think we were doing like 5 knots the whole way down.
Blistering 5 knots.
Blistering, yeah. I mean the
I was gonna go water skiing.
What's that?
I was gonna water ski.
The hose is coming apart. We were going so fast. And we're almost at the entrance of the channel. I think swing this around and show you where we are. Right there.
Right at the edge.
So we've been stuck right here waiting on the insurance company. And we've still got towboat over there to get us out. And the major problem is that, well, this boat drafts a lot. And we really want to get offshore at high tide. And the tide's going out, and we're starting to see some shoaling up over the sides on both sides of us here. And yeah, we got to wait for the insurance company to give us the okay. So it's what, after 12 o'clock now?
12:20.
12:20. We've gone like nowhere. So we were hoping to have sails up by now and offshore. So still a beautiful day. 1 foot seas, 9 seconds, theoretically offshore. So we'll see what happens if we can hopefully get a phone call from the insurance company real soon. But that's a quick update. And it's a little cold out. A little colder than I thought it was going to be.
It's a bit nippy.
Yeah.
With the breeze.
I might have to sleep below tonight if it's going to be
I'm not. I'm on deck.
Are you?
I am on deck.
I'm
I've
gonna-
found 2 cleats to tie my Eno to, or a cleat in my mast. Either way. We'll see.
I got to scout out where I'm going to put a hammock.
Strategically
I'm gonna lay right there.
pile up some
Right
lines
there?
back there.
Sleeping bag, nice little corner.
Yeah, but everybody's going to be talking. You got to go somewhere on the ship where
Yeah,
nobody's
the bow is
talking.
where I found my cleat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Bow, break my wind. Not break my wind. Break the wind for me. Ugh.
Good to take a walk. Can't. Okay, I'm wondering why we're having such problems on board this boat, and I just talked to a couple of the crew. They said, well, we've got some bananas on board. Well, guess what? He wasn't lying. We got some bananas on board. So toss them in the water. Sailor, goodbye. I'm waiting for a phone call now from the insurance company saying that we are cleared to turn this vessel in that direction right there and head out to sea.
I should have brought my boat.
Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
In the area.
All right, what are we doing?
Well, we're currently going to go back to the dock that we left from. We've been preparing to leave from months. And we're going to tie up on the port side to the dock. And from there, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen.
So we're waiting on the insurance company. We had a Coast Guard inspection, but the insurance company isn't accepting that. So instead of heading offshore, we've turned around and we're heading back to the dock. No bananas on board, so that's good. Andy, how are you feeling about this?
I feel like the banana trick worked the opposite for us.
Get those bananas back.
Yeah, let's forget it. It's a VOV drill. I just called our Coast Guard inspector.
Yeah, hold on, we'll stop this.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We can lead that aft and I can use it. How am I on that sprit? How? Lead it off. Clear? Get that number 1 on.
Cleared it. Cleared it.
Give me a little right rudder. 1 turn right. Oh, you good?
Good.
There we go. Spot, Andy.
How am I on this?
You're clear of the spread.
I'm clear of the sprint.
You're
We're
clear.
sure I'm not going to catch that. How am I on the sprint? speed if I come straight?
I'd try and spin it right there if you can. If you come up just a little bit. If we can get the number 2.
That's I'm letting the wind take me. I'm not trying to spin too fast. Am I clear if that's sprit?
Yes.
Okay. I can back down.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta watch out for that. We're in between the 2 piles.
We have a fender up there, Brian. Can we get a roving fender? You got that line on? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay.
Right around.
Yeah. There you go. I'm gonna use the rudder now to push it in. Yep.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that.
Okay, your line is loosening.
Keep an eye on that piling. Good on the piling?
You got about 10 feet on the forwardmost piling.
Can we get a number 2 out now?
Yeah.
Tighten up
Get
on the bow, let's bring the stern in
Yep,
and
get
reverse.
that 2 on.
Get the 2 out. Grab 2.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, get it on back here. Back here.
Get it
Yeah,
out.
right there where you are is fine.
You need to be backing the stern around.
Are we tight on that number 1? Take up the number 2 and hold.
Take up number 2.
Get better spring for you.
Yeah,
That's why I said.
Good
I was
job.
close.
I
I'm like,
should've had
just
it.
get number 2 out.
There we go. All right, hold that.
Clean it off.
How are we on the piling?
Too tight.
There we
What's
go.
that? Clear? Okay. If you can get any on number 2, take it.
Taking it.
And Andy, just be careful coming up on the piling.
All right, number 2's tight and long.
Thank you. Split it. Come stern a little bit.
Oh, I can't. I'm locked up on number 1. He's the number 1.
I was like, why isn't it coming around?
As soon as I'm clear of that piling, let me know. Got hard right rudder still? Yeah, just keep.
Take up.
He's number 1.
Dude, you're only as good as you come.
Right on that bow spread.
Yep.
You're right between
How much room do I have in the sprit?
it. 20 feet.
All off number 1. 20 feet.
Look at that towboat just push the stern. I'm just worried about the sprint when you do that.
Hold that number 2. We clear on the sprit?
We clear on that sprint?
Oh, yeah. No?
I wouldn't go further anymore. Back her down. There you go.
Alright, go forward on them.
Yeah, that's fine. As soon as I'm clear, I can just.
We can probably
Pull on
get
that number
You want to
2.
get 3 out too?
Yeah, we can try it.
Go ahead,
Send
get
that-
3
Send that
out.
4 over. Send that 4 over if you can get it.
Bar heaving.
Good catch. what's gonna bring us in.
There you go.
You take any up there?
Thank you.
Yeah, take and hold. There we go. That's it. That'll bring us in.
Breeze coming on. Is that locked? Unlock that for a second, guys, so they can get it. So they can get that on, so they're not fighting it. Unlock
Clear
that.
on the sprint? 6 feet to it? Okay, good. That 2's gonna hold us.
All right, 3's on, tighten.
3's on, great. Take up and hold.
3's locked. 3's locked. Thank you.
That's 4, yeah.
Was
Good
that
there.
4?
Yeah, that's 4. The 3's gonna go on when we
Oh.
Just gonna come forward on the 2. Yeah, just hold the 2. We'll be all right. Yeah, take it out as you get.
And you're clear on the sprint now, so
Yeah,
you're in good
coming
shape.
forward.
Yep, you're in good
Bring
shape.
it. All right, Brian, hold number 1.
I think we got it, towboat. Copy, thank you.
Where is that?
We start coming in on number 4.
Yeah, come on 4.
Oh, here, you can actually pull in.
Yeah, let go of that pull in.
You got it. Next
One tight.
No, I don't
No,
want one
slack
tight
slack
yet.
on 1.
One slack.
Yeah.
Thank you. Still working off of 2?
Yeah, we're springing nicely off number 2.
Yeah.
Stern's coming in now. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
This is the plan altogether.
Great plan.
Where's the plastic glove?
Great plan.
On your left hand.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely. It's like we've
Brian, take up and check number 1. Take up as you get it, Brian. Oh, hold on, it's coming tight. Check that. Check that.
Where's the rudder?
Straight.
Thank you. Is that coming in, Brian?
You guys can pull it in if you get on it.
Act like sailors.
Pull those ropes.
You've been waiting to say that.
I was. I'm coming up on it, Brian. That should come in now. Okay. Aboard? I was gonna say, well, are you making fun of my height already? Barely met you.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of rope.
I'm just using sticks.
Oh, that'll work. This will do it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna use sticks.
Yeah. So push this over.
Remember, I'm
take up, Ryan. Take up. All right, we're in neutral.
Yeah, everything's on. We can do it all with the line.
All right, towboat. I think we're good.
Alright, copy that. I hope you guys can get everything sorted out and let us know when you're ready to go.
We're hoping we're pushing out again tomorrow morning.
Copy that. Y'all have a good evening.
Thanks for your help today.
Yeah, if we get that in just a little bit more, it'll be great.
Before we shut down, I'm gonna go check the engine room.
Never done this?
All right.
Still bringing it.
By the way, it's 15:29. We're at the dock.
Thank you.
It's coffee time.
Oh, yeah.